How did I get here? Who am I kidding? I know exactly how. The story of Salvadore Richards. It all started with the abduction. How did it get so out of hand? What was I thinking? I wasn't meant to get so out of hand. But it's my fault. I guess the question is, do I care?
Hey, you. You having fun in here?
Yeah.
Alright, good. Well, it's time for bed, okay? So, once you start getting ready, we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Okay, Mommy.
In conjunction with the Coast to Coast Mutual Network, presents the exclusive story of the Battle of Midway Island. The local efforts are already victory by the Richards.
Mommy, is it time for bed yet? Can I just have 5 more minutes?
Detective Richards.
Detective? Some detective you are when you can't even make it to your first day on the job. You're every bit as incompetent as your father. You were expected at the precinct 3 hours ago.
Yes, sir. I'm very sorry about that. Last night was
I could care less about how your night was, Richards. Next time, spin me a story I actually care about.
Yes, sir. I understand, sir. It will not happen again.
You're damn right it won't happen again, Sal. You're lucky there's some people on this force who respected your father. Otherwise, you'd be out on your ass after a stunt like this. It's your first day on the job, for God's sake.
I learned some terrible news last night, but I'm headed over there now.
Can't, Richards. Cry me a river. My wife threatened to leave me again last night, and you don't see me crying about it. And don't bother. Angelina Edwards, 8 years old, was kidnapped in the middle of the night. The mother called it in. We're about to head over there. You better not make me regret cutting you loose. You got a pen?
Yes, sir. Yes, 1 second, sir.
The address is 321 West State Avenue. You got it?
That is 321 West State Avenue. Yes, sir.
I really shouldn't have to say this on your first day with the badge, Richards, but one more stunt like this, and I don't care who your daddy was, you're out of here.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the second chance, sir. It means the world to... Salvadore Richards. You can call me Sal. Now, what happened last night, Mrs. Edwards?
I already told that man everything that happened. I have to tell it again.
Ma'am, I'm a detective. But the more you can tell me, the better shot we have at finding your little girl.
Well, I told Angelina she needed to go to bed. And I gave her 5 minutes, and then I put her little sister Hannah to bed. Then I came down and I just had a quick drink. And then I was going to...
Oh, wait, you came downstairs to get a drink and alone with 2 kids in the house.
What business is it of yours if I have a drink in my own
Ma'am,
house?
I'm not trying to impose or imply anything, but it's the little things like these that can be the key to finding your little Angelina.
My husband, he's gone at war and I haven't heard anything for weeks. I had no telegrams, no letters, nothing. And it's just so hard. Sometimes the pressure's just too much, so I just have a drink every so often, okay? I just didn't...
I completely understand. Please continue.
I mean, Hannah put her to sleep, and then I told Angelina 5 more minutes, and she was gonna... Came down, I had the drink, and I didn't hear her playing. I don't know how I was down here for, but then she was just gone. Those kids, they were supposed to be my first priority, and now Hannah's gonna grow up without her sister.
Ma'am. No. I'm gonna find Angelina. Hannah's gonna get her older sister, okay? I'll make sure. Okay? And Mrs. Edwards. Is it okay if I go upstairs and check out the playroom?
Yes.
Jeez!
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm Catherine Watts from the Tribune. You know, the newspaper.
Is there a question in there, Miss Watts? Because if not, I'm gonna take a leave.
Yes, no, sir. Detective Richards, can you tell me what you know about the case?
Listen, ma'am, I
I
can't...
mean, if there's a psychopath out there kidnapping children, I think the public deserves to know.
Ma'am, I cannot discuss an ongoing investigation. And even if I could, I don't have the time.
Wait, Sal, could you at least tell us your opinion on the current state of the war and how it's affected you losing a relative? Sal! Sal!
Did you find anything, Detective Richards?
Is this Angelina?
Yes.
Is it alright if I keep this?
Yes.
Thank you. Don't worry, Mrs. Edwards. I'm gonna find you that Angelina. I promise.
Alright.
And don't tell that reporter anything. This ain't the people's business. We don't want to let the abductor know that we're onto his case, okay?
Salvadore.
Chief Harkington.
You mind telling me what the hell it is you're doing out here? I'm not paying you to sunbathe.
Looking for tire treads, sir.
That's a smart rookie. What'd you find?
Nothing yet. Just give me a minute. I'll...
You know if you're gonna lie to me, Richards, at least think it through first. I assume that you've made your way to where the crime actually took place?
Yes, sir. Upstairs. Small signs of a struggle. She was nabbed in her room.
Good. That's good, Richards. I put you out on an abduction case, and you come back and tell me the girl's been abducted. That's excellent detective work. Listen up. I wasn't kidding when I said I'd put you off the force if you screwed this up. You know why? Because I look bad when I have weak links like you on my team. You got 24 hours to bring me something, or you're done.
Yes, sir.
I'll get going. Got a lot of work to do. Who's filing this report, huh?
So just like that, huh? You're just gonna leave?
I'm sorry, but I can't help it. But I may know someone who can.
Who would that be?
You ever heard of Tommy Malone?
Who the hell is Tommy Malone?
Please, what am I supposed to tell him? Tell him I don't mind doing these heinous things as long as I'm getting paid for it. Now listen.
Excuse me.
I'll be right with you.
No, that's what I was saying. Excuse me. I'm with the Cicero PD.
That is a warning, Henry. Now what can I do you for?
Sir, my name's Detective Richards. I'm gonna have to ask you to come with me.
Detective Richards? Now what's Salvadore Richards doing here? At this time of night? You lost?
I'm gonna ask who you are, sir.
Tommy Malone. What can I do you for?
You're Tommy Malone?
Yeah, detective. Now I know your badge is still shiny and all, so I'm gonna cut you some slack. But you gotta work on this whole knowing stuff thing. Now, what can I do you for?
How do you know who I am? We'll finish this conversation inside. Why don't you take a walk with me?
And sheathe that thing before you hurt somebody.
So, you never answered my question. How do you know who I am?
It's my job to know who you are. You know why? Because you're in my town. And I do my best to know all about my town, all right?
So, you're a detective.
Yeah, of course. Of course. To the highest bidder.
Highest bidder. A lot of justice in that. All about the money, huh?
What else is there?
I don't know. How about saving a little girl?
A little girl. Should have led with that. Is that why you're here?
Look, Mr. Malone. My brother passed at Midway. I can't focus. I've been seeing things. My mind's been wandering. I get my first case this morning. It's a little girl. She was abducted late last night. And if I don't find her, I lose my job. So please.
Little girl, huh? Abduction. Yeah. I've handled a case or two like that in my day.
So you'll help?
Depends.
On what?
You the highest bidder?
And that's it. That's all I got.
There's no whole lot. Look, Sal. You're hot off the detective press. You got potential, you really do. But you're trying to spin me this story that you can't do it because your brother died? And that's not it, and you know it.
Johnny was the last person I had. And maybe losing him sent me over the edge a bit, alright? What do you care anyways?
You're right, I don't care. You got the money?
Yeah, sure. How does this work?
Well, once I have my info, I go find it, you pay me. Simple as that.
Wait, I'm going with you.
Please. Detective Richards. I'm a solo flyer. I don't need no upstart following me around. At best, you'd be a distraction.
This is my case. I'm paying you. I'm going with you.
You know, you are a detective. Don't get that often. Kind of ironic. We'll be doing half the work. Alright, fine. Wouldn't hurt to have a second set of eyes on the case. But we do things my way. Got it?
How much?
We can talk money later. But we got a lot of work to do. Creeping a little late, so why don't you go home and get some shut-eye. Maybe at this scene about 6 a.m. sharp.
What? You're just gonna sleep while that girl's life's in danger?
It's 2 a.m. by my count, Nimrod. We can't do much at this hour anyhow. What did I say about my way? If you're gonna hire me, then hire me. Stop nagging me about how to do my job. I'm already doing yours.
Okay, fine. 6 a.m. No later.
You got it, detective.
So we didn't get a whole lot there. Perp made a pretty clean entry and exit. Yeah, but it doesn't mean we don't have nothing. One more time with the facts.
Okay. Angelina Edwards. She is 8 years old. Her mother is Jane Edwards. You met her back up there. Father's in the military, I think.
Hold on just a minute. Her father, military, serviceman.
Why, does that mean something to you?
Yeah, kid's a serviceman was a big deal a couple years ago. I worked a few cases about it.
Don't remember hearing anything about that?
Yeah, these big shots were nabbed to these youngins downtown. Did some pretty nasty stuff to them from what I can remember.
You think those are the ones who have Angelina?
Sure hope not. But it's the best lead we got, Sally. So, where are we headed?
Archie, can I get oh no, Malone, look, I'm fresh out.
Marcus, is that a way to greet an old friend? Now, Mark, this is my friend, Gabriel. See, Gabe and I are traveling across country, seeing how many low-life scumbags we can collect in an evening. You're lucky number one.
Look, can't a guy just enjoy a drink?
In all seriousness, Mark, we got a couple burning questions for you.
What? What do you want?
The kids, you garbage roll. What are you sorry excuses for human beings keep them now? Tell us, because I see several bones just ripe for breaking.
What do you mean? I don't do that anymore. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell either of you anything.
One more time.
Where? All right, stop. I ain't lying. I don't do that anymore, but I know who does. I keep in touch. It's a hard habit to break.
Hard to break. Chewing gum, that's hard to break. Biting your nails, that's tough to break. Busting your flogging teeth in, that's tough to break. But targeting children? My friend's got a bit of an anger problem. Wouldn't make him mad. You know all about problems, don't you, Mark?
Fine. He's an old friend of yours, Malone. The Grey Dog. He deals in cocaine these days, but no, he's still
The Grey Dog, is that
No. Excuse me? You have a history, don't you, Malone? We have what we need.
Wait, but Tommy...
No. Let him run.
I can bet you're not a God-fearer. But you better stop being one. And you better pray that I never see you're sick.
Jake. That's it.
Gabe? Really? And who the hell is Grey Dog?
It's to hide who you are. Precaution. You know, these lowlifes will do anything to get at your family. Well, you know, anybody you care about. And the Grey Dog is a friend.
You friends with a guy that kidnaps kids? It's reassuring.
How can it, Slicker? He's more of an acquaintance from another life. And he's our best shot at finding Angelina.
So what leads you to that conclusion then? You're barking at the first name we hear. You're really living up to your reputation, aren't you, Malone?
You do a whole lot of talking for a guy who can't do his own job. I told you, if you're gonna ride along, doing things my way.
What do we do?
Go home and get fresh on supplies. I'll do the same. When I can tell, we're gonna need it. Meet me in a while at West 35th and 3rd. Understand?
What's going on there?
Grey Dog owns a place, a restaurant downtown. Nice place. And knowing me, I'll be hungry in an hour.
You sure he's the guy?
Well, Detective Richards believes so. Ironic you brought me along for this, huh?
What?
Never mind. Well, Slicker, see you in a while. West 35th and 3rd. It's gonna be a fun ride, Sal.
The hell is wrong with that guy?
Hey, Tommy.
Henry, how's the leg?
Look, I didn't mean to run. But cops, you know?
Henry, why don't we call it good for now? I got other matters to attend to.
Why didn't you save them, Tommy? This is on you.
What'd you say to me?
I just said I need to know what to tell the boss.
Tell him. Tell him we're square. You don't know me.
Tony.
Tommy! How you doing? Come on. Have a seat. Have a seat. So, what brings Tommy Malone to this part of town?
Case, actually.
You ever stop working? I suppose you need something from me.
Actually, I've actually got a friend waiting outside. Salvadore Richards.
Salvadore Richards? And his brother, John?
John is dead.
Well, sorry to hear that. It happens though, right?
He died in Midway.
Midway, huh? Well, I'm sure he did. Now, what about Salvadore?
That's why I'm here.
Chief Harkington.
Richards, you mind updating me on your progress?
With all due respect, sir, how'd you know that I was at home?
Where else would you be? Doing actual detective work? Nah. Harrison lives down the block. He saw you pull in. Need an update, Richards.
I just need some time to finish.
Excuse me! More time? Correct me if I'm wrong. I gave you 24 hours to bring me something. We can't be throwing resources at an abduction case, Richards.
We owe it to the community to find her. It is our job.
Oh, all high and mighty all of a sudden, are we? You're only doing this to save your own can, and you blew it anyhow. Anyway, I'm not here about that. I got bigger fish to fry. Word is you hired a PI to help you on the case.
Yeah, who cares?
You can't get your own work done, so you hire somebody else to do it for you, huh? You're every bit as incompetent and weak as that father of yours.
Gonna get done.
No. You're not. As much as I can't stand your face or your family, Richards, I can't have you running around with some PI. Listen, I'm gonna give you one last chance. Cut it off with Malone, forget about the case, and you can keep your job. Hell, I might even lay off a little bit if you earn it.
Wait. How do you know it's Malone?
Oh, typical Richards. Naive as always. You don't know the first thing about Malone. Stay away.
Sal has no idea that you're here, huh? That's a bold move, even for you, Tommy.
Look, I'll take care of these names. You give me what I want. After that, we're done.
I'm a fair man, okay? You give me what I need, and I'll take care of it. 9:50. Don't be late.
No, thank you, Dr. Stewart. I really appreciate it. I think I'm finally getting over this.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you some questions. You answer them and maybe you go free. What is this? Who are you? I'm asking the questions here. Where are the kids? I'd answer the question. I can't. Yell, and I'll make sure your boss will see your head in a basket. I got 5 seconds to tell me where.
I can't. You'll understand. He'll kill me.
Who'll kill you, Tony? Because he's the least of your problems. Now, where are the kids? You don't know nothing. Why would you? No word on the street is he done some pretty nasty stuff. But you know, I'm not entirely guilt-free myself, Anthony.
You know my name.
Was I done? You son. Was I done? No, I actually didn't come here to ask you questions. But you know, I thought, maybe he knows something. Hopeful mistake. Now, you know what? This is why.
Tommy, no.
Shut up, Sal.
Hey, just stop! Alright? It's Abelli, okay? But I don't work for him no more, alright? Not in that life.
You know more than
Whoa,
that.
Tommy, the gun.
I said I'm going back!
Sal, a little help here. Oh my God! Sal, what the hell were you doing standing there like an idiot?
Tommy. You killed him. Now what are we gonna do?
Seriously? He tried to kill me. It was self-defense, you moron.
You pulled a gun and you were planning on killing him.
It was to intimidate him.
Whatever.
What do they teach you in your detective school to get your badge these days? To stand around and whine? That's all you seem to know how to do. Yeah, throw a temper tantrum. It's real helpful.
Shut up, Malone. No. You know, you're right. It was my bad. I locked up. Never been in a situation like this before, Malone.
Huh. Now we're getting somewhere. See, this is how this is supposed to work, Sal. Considering the circumstances, we have what we need. Let's get out of here.
Hey, Malone.
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just haven't been in, a life or death fist fight in a while.
Oh, whatever. Well, I'll meet you at the truck. I gotta call this into the station.
This place sure know how to brew a cup of joe.
What's the name? We're perusing this fine city for Terry Knight. Old-time pimp. Runs a decent-sized prostitution ring. Sounds fun. But how does that help? And for that matter, how does the information from the last guy help us? Anthony gave us the name of a local crime lord, Abelli. He's been tied to several kidnappings over the last several years. Angelina's a serviceman's kid, right? That was his thing for a while. Socking it to the system, I guess. Okay, so if we have this guy's name, what are we sitting here waiting for? The longer we sit here and wait, Angelina's life is in danger. Sal, I don't have you out here sat down so we can enjoy a quiet evening while I sip on a cup of coffee. If we had the information we need, then Angelina would be safe at home with her mom by now. Is all this, all of it, all you're fighting for, is it to save Angelina? Or is it so you can play hero and go get your job back? Look, I gotta be honest, I do not care which one you choose. I don't. But pick one, so you can get this head of yours in the game. You know, I don't know why I'm telling you this. Never told anyone. When I was younger, me and Johnny, we got nabbed. So we're at the park playing football, and I threw the ball just a little too hard. I was so proud of myself, it went over the fence. So we ran and go get the ball, and climbing up the fence, and then this man, he grabs us and throws us into his truck. Don't remember much after that. It was all such a blur, and frankly, I tried to forget. But I remember Johnny. He was always there, always telling me that Dad, he'd come save us. If few days passed, and there's commotion outside, and then this man came to the door. He said, "You Richards boys?" Johnny, he nodded. "Hey, Richards, your boys are here. Your kids are gonna be okay." Your kids are gonna be okay. My family meant everything to me, Tommy. My dad died a couple years ago, and you know what happened to Johnny. That's why this is so important to me. That little girl, she's gotta be so scared. I'd like to think that's why I'm doing this. I've been there, you know. At first I thought it was about the job, but it's not. This has been about me. About my job, about my pride. And Chief Harkington, he said I'd lose my badge if I kept working with you. I thought maybe, if I could find it, I'd be welcome back there. I want to do this because it's the right thing to do, no matter how it affects me. Better men did this for me. Finding her, that's the least I can do.
You're a good man, Sal. Too good for this line of work.
What do you know about Abelli and the kids? Start talking or you're gonna go over.
Tommy Malone.
Terry, good to see you.
Where are the kids? Didn't we have this conversation a few years ago? I didn't know anything then and I don't know anything now. Go ask Abelli. Oh! You lost your bloody mind, Malone. I don't even work for Abelli anymore. You're trying to impress the kid here, is that it? I can't tell you what I don't know.
What's he talking about?
Shut up, Sal.
Excuse me?
Shut up, Sal. It's Salvadore Richards. Oh, Tommy Malone, bravo. That's what this is all about.
For the last time, could you just tell me what's going on here?
You earning an honest living now, Tommy, is that it? You sleep well at night too, you?
For the love of God, could someone please just tell me what the hell is going on here?
Tommy, why don't you tell him about the time this...
Tommy! That was unprovoked! You can't do that, Tommy! We are solving an abduction case. You've killed 2 people and are trying to find this Abelli, this crime boss. Why? There's been something about you from the beginning. You've been using me and this case as an excuse to push your own agenda. When I had no one else to turn to, I saw your name in my father's files.
And like my dad, I trusted you. Through all this, I trusted you. You never cared about me or her or just whatever the hell this is. She never cared about me.
Do it. Save a lot of lives. Well, if you're gonna do it, then do it. Put that ignorance aside for one damn minute, Sal. I told you this would be a ride, and I told you we were gonna do things my way. If you had any competence as a detective, you wouldn't even need me. Beggars can't be choosers, right, Sal? You wouldn't have lasted 5 minutes on this case on your own. Your dad would be real proud. Enough! I said enough. We're done. You're a murderer! We're done! Now, I may not have done things by the book. I admit that. We're finishing this!
You told me that this was about doing the right thing. But it's not. You're pushing that guy over the bridge. That's not justice.
You, of all people, ought to understand this, Sal. You were literally in the same place 6 years ago. You ever stop and think what your dad did in this situation? What, did you think he was... Oh, this isn't worth it. It's not worth the lives of my kids.
Johnny, stop! I said stop! Get out of my head! Get out of my head!
Stop! Don't! Stop! Don't! Stop!
What's wrong with me, Tommy?
I don't know, Sal.
Get off of me! This changes nothing. Okay, so maybe you were right about the extent we have to go to save someone. But killing that man! You said something about a warehouse. Does that mean anything to you?
Yeah. Abelli used to be holed up in an old warehouse. That's where we need to go.
Will she be there?
No, Sal, no. He'll tell us what we need to know.
I bet he will. And I bet your buddy's with him too. I'm not even gonna ask, because you're just gonna give me some crap answer and move on.
So let's go. And you know what, Malone? I don't care what happens. Hell, we might find the girl. But when this is all over, I'm bringing you in. Hell, might even get my badge back.
Late. Can never find good help these days. Malone! I was just talking about you. You're late.
We took care of him. And we had a deal.
You, gonna introduce us? Of course I know your name. Salvadore Richards. Detective. Son of the famous, or infamous, depending on who you ask, Garrett Richards. Got some big shoes to fill, son.
What is this? Who are you?
Tony Abelli. Nice to meet you.
You're Abelli?
Maybe you know me better by my street name. The Grey Dog.
You knew. Why should I be surprised?
Keep
of
your
course
voice
you
down,
knew.
sir.
You shut up!
You're in my
Tommy! You better
Please,
start
Sal! For the last time, trust me.
Trust in Tommy Malone. Man, that's something.
Took care of the names, Tony. Now give us what we want.
Tommy, you killed those men for him?
Not now, Sal.
Otto Kuhn. Ring a bell?
He was in the papers. He was that Nazi sleeper agent at Pearl Harbor. But the FBI, they locked him up in some internment camp. What's he got to do with the kidnapping of Angelina? Enough games, Abelli, and enough from you two. Now you got 5 seconds.
No. You knew. All this time. You let me walk away all those years ago and you knew. That's what they were for.
Wasn't part of the deal.
Tommy, what are you mixed up in?
What's the word? What sets them off?
You of all people, Tommy. You ought to know that things like this, they come at a price. Highest bidder, right?
Not this time. You'll get what's coming to you. Now let's go, Sal.
I'm going. Tommy! Perhaps I was a little too hasty. You've always been an honest man. I'll see you on the other side.
Sal. Easy. Hey. Things got really heated back there. You got shot in the shoulder. Look, we don't have much time. Let's go save Angelina.
So, this is it. She's here. No more games.
This is the place. Everything changes now, Sam.
What?
Everything changes.
Why am I tied to a chair? Where's Angelina? She was never here, was she? Was she?
White scuff on your boot. Bruise on your right shin. You come into work 3 hours late.
What?
Recognize this place, Sal?
Why would you bring me here? What are you doing?
White scuff on your boot. Bruise on your right shin. You come into work 3 hours late.
Why do you keep saying that? Where did you get that? Tommy, you have no right.
A casualty message has been received in this office which states that your brother died on the 6th of June 1942 in Midway Island as the result of friendly fire. The report further reveals that at the time of your brother's death, the cause for friendly fire appears to be without ill intent.
Wait, no.
Sal,
Tommy,
if
no.
you're reading this, blah, blah, blah.
It was
I
John's
wasn't
letter
enough. Blah,
to me.
blah, blah. I love you, Sal, and I'm sorry. I'll see you on the other side. John, white scuff on your boot. Bruise on your right shin. You're coming to work 3 hours late. I'll see you on the other side.
I'll see you on the other side, John. I will see you on the other side.
Story of the Battle of Midway Island.
was me. You did this to me! All of this! You think you turned me into a monster!
Sal, I didn't!
Liar!
Listen to me!
Liar! You did this! All of it!
Sal.
You Richards boys?
You Richards boys?
What? What? I did.
Let's get you up. Sal, 6 years ago, I was a different man. Only worked for the money. See, all the cops, they were paid off by the mob. Except your dad. He loved you kids. He couldn't even trust his own detectives to come find you. So he came to me. Young, upstart private investigator who hasn't been corrupted yet. He hired me. I tracked everything down to Tony Abelli, the mob's lead child trafficker. Made me a deal, Sal. He said, I'll tell you where the kids are. I'll pay you. But you don't expose me and you stop this case right now. I took the deal, Sal. I never found out why you kids were so important. It was the worst mistake of my life. Because now, 6 years later, here you come to me with this case, this abduction that's stringing with coincidence. But it's not a coincidence. It's how you are what you are because I didn't do my job. What do you mean? What am I? Tony explained everything to me at the diner. That's why I'm here. We had a case. Little girl. Abduction. Daughter of a serviceman. Sound familiar?
You still barking up that old tree? Tommy, we had a deal.
And the deal's changed, Tony. Look, at first I suspected you, okay? But all the evidence, it points to Sal. Doesn't make any sense. Abducted 6 years ago, now he's turned around doing it himself. I need to know what you did to those kids 6 years ago, Tony.
You know, I like you. I'm gonna give you some information from an old case, if it'll help you clear your conscience. But I need something from you.
No more deals, Tony. We're done with that.
Listen, I got a couple of guys. You know what? They're not worth a flying rat's ass, all right? You take care of these guys, and I'll get you the information.
I'm not gonna get my hands dirty for you, Tony.
Kids were a paid gig, all right? Third party.
Was it the mob? Capone?
No. Capone's got a hell of a lot better things to do than mess around with that shit. All right? Now listen. Sal doesn't know he did it. I'd stake my reputation on it.
What are you talking about? What did you do to Sal? What'd you do to all the kids?
Just give me those names. You take care of that, and I'll answer your questions.
No!
Otto Kuhn. Does that ring a bell?
German sleeper at Pearl Harbor. He brainwashed his family south to help lead the charge with the Japanese. As soon as Abelli said it, I knew. I mean, when I heard about him, I knew that there had to be more. Across the country? I mean, it was the perfect weapons for the war. The Germans paid the mob to kidnap the kids of servicemen. The children of the men fighting for the freedom of this country. Perfect plan. I read the casualty report, Sal, about John. He didn't die from friendly fire, Sal. His own comrade shot him in defense. Self-defense, Sal. Angelina's father, Jacob Edwards. He was there the same day your brother died. I saw him on the casualty report, Sal. He was the one who pulled the trigger. I don't know, maybe you saw his name and subconsciously you targeted Angelina. I don't know, Sal. I don't know anything about this stuff. It's my fault. Here I was trying to save her world when I was the one that destroyed it. Angelina, she was my last thread, you know. She'd be one person I'd have. I'd be happy, just 'cause of me. Why are you telling me this, Sal? Can you, do something for me, Tommy? Yeah, so. My God, Tommy, can you bring me yours? Why do you Sal, you're not what? A horrible person? A monster? Not gonna hurt anyone else? Just, please. Sal, I can't do that. Why would you want that? Because Hannah, Angelina's sister, she almost grew up without a sibling. And I know what it's like to lose one. Pretty fresh in my memory. What about the people you care about? What about the people who care about you? What will they do? Who's left that cares, Tommy? Who? Don't want to hurt anyone else. I can't. Let me be with my family. And then I can't hurt anyone else. You know I can't do this. Sure this is what you want? Yeah. You're good. You're a good man, Malone. I'm glad to have met you. Keep doing what you're doing. Ready?
So, did I do things right? Hell if I know. But I'll tell you this. Thought I was doing good in this world. Until Sal showed up. Brought it all back. But in the end, he stood for something. He stood for something. So, did I do things right? No. No. Of course not. No matter how you cut it, this was all my fault. It should have been me on the other end of Sal Richards' gun. But it wasn't. And here I am. But he believed in me. Despite everything, he believed in me. So, did I do things right? The answer's still no. But I'll keep trying. I'll keep trying for the Richards family. I'll keep trying for Salvadore Richards.